I still hear people talk about this. There was a fight between you and Twisted Sister. And it was like, there was never any fight between us and Twisted Sister.
Oh, yeah.
I did an interview with a journalist. He brought up Twisted Sister, and I knew a lot about these guys, and I knew they worked with Eddie Kramer. So I had nothing but respect for these guys. So I did an interview with this guy for Sounds magazine in England.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And he liked MANOWAR, this guy, right? Twisted Sister's name came up, and he took it upon himself to embellish that I made a crack about them playing clubs. Anything I ever said about those guys was complimentary, right? Mm-hmm. But he turned around and made it look the opposite. You know the interview with the Pope? He lands in New York. The journalist runs up and goes, "Holy Father, are you here to do anything about the whorehouses in New York City?" And the Pope says, "Are there any whorehouses in New York City?" And in the paper, Pope asks, "Are there any whorehouses in New York City?" Right. So, there was a spin on what I said, right? Now, this was at a time we had no record deal. And the press, of course, they love that, right? Mm-hmm. They wanted to develop this big rivalry and a war. Every week, there was a new thing on the battle between MANOWAR and Twisted Sister. And thank God that happened. I shut my mouth and didn't say a word. And we were always in the press, and that led us to getting another record deal because of it. Right. So now fast forward all these years later, we finally ran into each other at a festival in Spain, and Dee Snider with his band. I saw him get out of the car, and I walked up and I introduced myself. And I said, "I want to welcome you, to the festival. If there's anything we can do, I want to help you out." And he goes, "Oh, that's great." He goes, "Yeah, I hear you guys really tear it up over here." It was really nice, class guy, right? I said, "Just so you know," I said, "I really never said anything about you. I talked to that journalist and I said, 'Why did you do that?' And he said, 'I wanted to do you a favor. You needed a record deal and I wanted to keep your name in the press.'" And I said, "Oh, that was a great way to do it." And he just laughed at it, Yeah. And people today still believe that there was this big battle, and it's it's crazy. Yeah. With this old member of the band, I've never said a bad word about any guy that was ever in MANOWAR. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think it's like, if you're part of the family, you're part of the family forever. I'm not going to speak bad about these people. Why would I do that?